Good morning and Happy New Year. Welcome back and hoping you're mostly recharged from summer break. I'm Roddy Boonshoy, and on behalf of the Instructional Services team, we welcome you to day 2 of our staff retreats. We're fortunate to have this time prior to the school year to reconnect and do the important planning we need to do. And we're super fortunate to have so many of you, our esteemed DJUSD educators, participating, contributing your expertise, and working collaboratively to bring our shared vision to life. The purpose of this brief screencast is to provide a high-level overview of the work ahead and why we are doing it. So as we prep for this year and beyond, it's good to remind ourselves of the important lessons we learned and continue to learn last year. We all struggled, we grew tremendously as an organization, and now we must build upon what we learned. We have integrated technology into education to catch us up to the realities of this modern world. We are more structurally aligned and operationally coherent. Our purpose is unified. We innovated instruction towards more student-centered teaching by prioritizing content and making it more relevant and engaging. We learned that all of us are leaders. We shared ownership of the work and had better ideas because of it. Think of the action team model from last year. And we learned inequities were amplified by the pandemic. But when we prioritized equity, we were able to rethink our structures, culture, and school experience. We have much work to do here yet. The central lesson, and probably the most important to maintain the momentum we gained, is to keep central the whole child outcomes that matter most to us. These include our students' social-emotional well-being and the skills outlined in our graduate profile, all of which we as a community identified as what it takes for our graduates to thrive in college, career, civics, and life. Those include critical thinking, problem solving, adaptability and resilience, collaboration, communication, creativity and innovation, and civic and cultural awareness. By keeping these outcomes at the center, we can build our school district to better align towards those outcomes. Over the last few years, we've had a relentless focus on equity, and this year we doubled down on that work, some of which with our longtime partners at the National Equity Project. NEP facilitated at our ALT retreat last week for all administrators. You all participated yesterday afternoon in a district-wide workshop. We also have 6 workshops scheduled over the year for all site MTSS teams. And we as a district have been selected to participate with a national network of school districts committed to building equitable learning environments district-wide. And of course, we are deeply engaged in developing a program recommendation and professional development for ethnic studies in DJUSD, which will help us better reflect and honor all of our students, particularly those from communities who have been historically marginalized. So this is a helpful visual that will help us organize the work for today. We call it our coherence map because it helps us show how the work in the district is connected and to provide a rationale for why we are doing what we are doing. We start with our mission statement to ignite a love of learning and equip our students for this 21st century. To achieve this mission, we have specified the outcomes as reflected in the graduate profile. And then to get to those outcomes, we focus on 3 district goals that you see here, which are the goals of our LCAP and the goals of every school site plan. And those include 21st century teaching and learning, closing the opportunity gap, and creating safe and inclusive environments for all of our students. Now, under each goal is a long list of actions, programs, services, and professional development activities. To coherently deploy all of these activities, we must have some type of organizing framework, which for us is MTSS, a framework that gives us a process for how we identify student needs based on data and tactfully deploy those supports for students and teachers to address the needs. MTSS is not a flashy program. It is the infrastructure and how we work together at sites to meet needs more proactively. And then all the PD and programs are intended to be tools and resources that we use from that MTSS work. We know that students are unique humans and they learn differently. Part of the MTSS model is providing first best instruction in the classroom. We know that differentiation is difficult. We also know we have a district full of highly competent professionals. As such, it's important to support your ongoing professional learning. We have a rich set of PD offerings, and you can see them here, most that are led by the best in the land, and were selected to improve first best instruction, align with the interests of our staff, and have the greatest impact on student outcomes. We highly encourage and invite you to participate in PD this year. At the end of the day, you'll be asked to complete an exit ticket with the PD topics you may be interested in. So for the road ahead, we'll need to navigate the pandemic's lingering presence. While we don't want to relive the urgency and intensity of last year, we do want to continue the habits that served us well. We've learned so much from what we've achieved together, and the new normalcy we create will be leaps and bounds better than the pre-pandemic status quo. That goes for student learning, staff satisfaction, and richer, more meaningful engagement for all of us. So we have a strategy and we have confidence as a school district team. We also have shared trauma and some anxiety caused by this variant. So we'll need to pace ourselves on this road, course correct when necessary, and all the while tend to the quality of our relationships. Thank you again, and onward we go.